Now you're like, wait, Gurunext uploaded a short video for the first time in forever? Yes, I'm embarrassed to admit, but I have an announcement. Actually, I want to flex. Alright, I bought something very expensive that didn't cost money. It cost a lot of effort, no money though. So, the best way to lucid dream, I think, just like I've been told, and the way that happened to me. So you have, your regular sleep. Congratulations. And I was like, before sleep, you have to understand, like, if you're tired, go to sleep. It's that fucking simple. Like, you're tired for a reason, right? Like, but every time I sometimes catch myself like, oh no, it's just like I can stay up for a little longer. This is just like a weird muscle numbness. I don't care. It feels so bad sometimes to push yourself too hard in this thing. But after this happened, also I just had to, push this video aside, which is a celebration of Hearthstone 25k Spatial, to make room for this video. But it's definitely worth it. So, I pretty much was able to do the craziest lucid dream. So yeah, the way you do the lucid dream is you have your entire sleep, and then you wake up, kind of, semi-wake up, but then you just go back to sleep-ish. I don't think that's exactly what happened. I think, like, the dream was, like, over. And I was just, like, allowed to do what I want all of a sudden. Kind of. I had a lot of control in the end of the dream. I knew it was, I was waking up, but I was able to, like, let's summon something. And yes, that is probably the craziest thing you can do in your dream, is summon whoever person you want, right? But what is even crazier than that? Summoning a celebrity you want, 4 of them, all at once in one dream. All 4 girls, all 4 Powerpuffs, I was able to summon in my dream. So here's how it went, alright? It's crazy. We actually start with Selena. There was like a girl that kind of materialized slowly. I don't know, was she there? But then I like focus on her face and like, oh, I see Selena here. And she tries to talk to me. I don't know what she's doing. I don't care. I'm just trying to focus so she exists all of a sudden. And, it's funny because she's like the Disney princess with magical powers, or related to magic. So it did feel very special like that. For the first time in forever, I was like summoning an actual celebrity in there. And it makes sense because, like, my whole life, I have been preparing for this moment. If that moment happened any earlier, it would have not made such a big impact to me, because, I released the YouTube Rewind, the Powerpuff Girls get their thumbnail, their epic thumbnail, and everything. I introduced them to the world. I come out of the closet, and then I also start understanding the Shadow Realm and the popular kids world, and how they're related together. It's just a very beautiful sequence, and it couldn't have been a better timing, basically. But I guess I'm just saying it because it's just happened, and it's like, oh, of course, maybe it would have been better 2 months later. What about that? Haven't you thought about that? Well, I can't think about that, okay? Unfortunately, I cannot think about that, but any back in time moments, it wouldn't be in such a big impact, I would say. So, I don't know. Unfortunately, the blurriest sequence of events was Selena's. I just know she was the first one, and I tried to do something with her, and we just, like, ended up crushing someone. I don't know. Someone challenged us, into a duel, I'm just like, oh, all right, I'll show you some superpowers. It was that kind of feeling. I was like crushing his heart like in half. I don't know, some crazy shit. And so the next sequence, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this girl. Let's dump it and go to this thing. So like I come up to like a mirror thing, or in the all kinds of I guess feelings you can call it, or projections of feelings start flashing, and then I realize, oh, it's Ari, because I literally see her. There was nothing like special going on. It's just like, oh, it's a mirror. I cannot see my reflection. Ari just showing me things, or it might not have been a mirror if there's no reflection, right? But it made you feel like there is a reflection, and the person is standing there, and it kind of semi-scaring you, because that's probably the best way to project feelings, is to like scare a person. I guess that's cool. But what? I don't know. I just know that the water people really like scary stuff. So, and obviously, what is scarier than showing up yourself in the mirror with black eyes? Oh, very nice, Ari. Congratulations. Annoying. No, not really scary, but like annoying. So, and also, started feeling like, okay, this is some crazy stuff. Are celebrities like trying to trade me? What is going on? Because they're ridiculously powerful in terms of like experience that they have. They have to be to survive the insanity of being popular. It's pretty wild out there. Talking about wild, let's talk about cats. Now, I didn't thought this was Taylor's sequence, but it involves cats and snakes, because cats were eating each other like snakes. Like, how can you come up with that shit? I will never be able to forget this thing. Alright, it's the easiest thing to actually explain. It's like, well, there was an animal, looked like a cat, just came up to another animal very similar, and just ate it like a snake. Like, just open your mouth and just the entire animal gets gobbled in just a few seconds. And then the same thing happens 3 times, and then the funny thing happens. A small cat shows up next to that big lion thing that has been eating other things. Alright? So, but no, it was... okay, so yeah. I think it was the same thing, ate 2 animals and now became a big lion thing. So that's cool. But then the little cat shows up and eats the lion. Yeah. Just like I guess my dreams like comedy. Obviously the cat like turned into a bigger creature, so it doesn't look ugly with the big mouth and eating everything in one bite. No, the little cat turns into a big cat all of a sudden, and then eats it, and it's what? Well, I will never be able to forget that one. Thanks, Taylor, stupid narcissist. You want a tattoo in your brain? Shut the fuck up. Nobody likes that. And now we go to the Jewel. Alright. What does the water slide have to do with anything? We go down a water slide. So before I meet Jewel, there's some nonsense going on with like a genderless person that kind of acted like a cat thing. Like, okay. And I thought it was Jewel the whole time. From the very beginning, I thought like, oh, I was summoning Jewel. When I was dealing with cats too, I was like, oh, Jewel. Nope. I don't think that was Jewel, but I wasn't able to, like, in the end, I was like, wait, Taylor is left? How do I summon her? And then I just kind of did nonsense and then wake up. There was some kind of, like, thing with the laptop, with, like, a power core thing, like, some weird shit before. before I realized, okay, there was no real thing going on. I was just starting to dream again, I guess. But I was thinking about Taylor a little bit. If I could do it properly, but nah. But I guess she likes cats, and none of the girls seem to love other animal. I mean, specifically cats, because like we know that Ari likes dogs, but not cats, and Selena probably doesn't have any animals. Well, I think I saw her with some, but like nah, bro. It is Taylor and cats. Like we just know there's only one cat woman in the world. All right, I haven't seen any other um that just brags about loving cats that much. Uh, do you guys know? I don't know. I don't. Who would brag to be a cat woman? All right. Anyways, so there was this again interception sequence where I'm like, I think I was trying to summon Jewel, but it was just a nonsense thing. Again, genderless person. Oh, you just eat a girl and you become a girl, and then you're gonna be Jewel, right? And that's your superpowers. I just had to trash the whole thing apparently, and change it to something different. Where I'm like, I don't know how we meet, but there's this little girl. Feels like Jewel, all right. Kind of looks like her. Very cool. Maybe I would say like 10, 12 years old. Like very young, unusual. But that's basically before even Friday happened. So I should be able to actually pinpoint. It does feel a lot younger than even like 12 years. I think she blew up when she was 13. So she was like even young, way younger, like 10 years or maybe 9. So we just go down the water slide. I was like holding her hand, but the water slides, split up. They spiral a little bit, but then I still want to like stay connected. I really hoping that I don't lose her or whatever. But that's the feeling that she was able to like give to me, like that is fucking genius. All right, that is a genius representation because I can control a dream to some extent, but you can start to feel like it's not you controlling the dream necessarily. Is that other person that you just summoned also wants to give you something to remember that person with? I mean, obviously. And every single time I meet a person, they act as if they have the same personality as that person supposed to. They don't act different all of a sudden, like super demon nonsense. Or just very, very, very much of the same storyline goes on as in the real world, but as if we actually meet in the dream world, which is why I believe in dreams literally. We don't need to read a book of like, oh, you saw this thing happen, so it means that thing. It's fucking astrology garbage. You can burn books at this point. But when it comes to dreaming, I just feel like everything matters literally. All right? Everything so far that I dreamed about, especially about these girls that I remember quite well, like, it really felt real, like we are actually connecting. So that's crazy. All right, to think about. So, so I will still have a grudge on Taylor, however, for not showing her face. Someone's gonna get hurt. But anyway, so we go down the water slide, we separate a little bit, we reconnect. And then I'm like, okay, now you show your superpowers. I mean, that's kind of what I ask, right? And so we come up with this idea like, okay, so you can jump into other people's bodies and just kind of control them, basically, mind control. Just like, in Naruto. Oh, let's just mind control. I don't know what happens to your original body. I will just assume it disappears. Because why would I want a fainting body on the ground? Like, fuck that shit. But so jump into someone's consciousness and like the perspective becomes like black and white. It's weird. Yeah, here's some mind control. And I do it twice. It was like a family of people. Nothing really happens the first time. I just get the feeling of how it's done. And then I jump to another person. It's completely random people. How do I do it? Because, like, Jules supposed to do it, right? But then I was like, okay, I'll do it because, like, how else would you be able to translate it to me, right? I just have to feel it how it's done. And then there's still a third family member, but now it's kinda demon creature all of a sudden. Or demonic human or possessed human being that I can't actually, control their mind or tap into their mind anymore. And it gives you the feeling like, okay, some people are like protected or viciously defending themselves from this stuff. Some people just don't care, and it's like, oh, very interesting superpower. Is this superpower actually possible? Yes, everything is possible in a dream world. Shut the fuck up. You first probably learned this in the dream world. Can you do it in the real world eventually? No. Why should you? There's not enough time to do special things in the real world. It's just kind of a very good indication that the afterworld probably exists, afterlife. But even then it's weird, alright? So nothing really scary happened. That's kind of was the ending. Again, I was trying to summon Taylor because I thought I didn't do a good enough job. But now with the cat thing, like, okay, no, it's perfect. Cats acting like snakes. What is better than that? Alright. Also, she probably likes cats because it contains TS in the name. Alright. What? You don't understand? Here you go. I don't know what this is. We'll figure out eventually. Alright. Thank you guys for this weird dive. I mean, yeah, like, can you actually give me a better lucid dream than this? Alright? I have been preparing my whole life and trying to understand how dreams work and like how impactful they are. But if this video obviously blows up, then I will have to stop you guys. In case I cannot reply to every single comment or read every single comment. I don't know how, relevant lucid dreaming is at the moment. I've heard Andrew Tate talk about how he's the god of the universe, apparently. He can do whatever he wants all the time. Like, he's like mocking people. Why are you not lucid dreaming every single night? Are you a fucking loser? Not only I'm rich, I can also lucid dream and be a Superman in my head. Shut the fuck up, Andrew Tate. I know you want power this bad. Very badly. You will get your power. Alright. Be a Superman in your dreams because you will need it. When you're in prison for a long time. That's a first, but you're just training yourself to be dead the next time. I don't have hate towards Mr. Tate. I just I agree with society a little bit more in this case. I got the scoop, You told me that you don't have any good dreams whatsoever that people can relate to because you're already rich and you want powers. Like, fancy. It's very dangerous to society. So, welcome to prison, Tate. But anyways, So yeah, he was the only person that was like flexing his lucid dreams. We could look into other people's lucid dream stories. I want to see what happens when you type in lucid dreaming. As a bonus, as stretching out a already short video. Like, why not, right? Like, to be able to summon all the girls in the sequence. But, you know, and being able to, like, continue, you know, being lucid. And again, this was, like, at the end of my sleep. So I was almost waking up, but then I was like, oh, I'm lucid now. Cool. There's this dude called Lucid. I am Lucid. How to lucid dream for beginners. We could look into the idea. But normally what people say is like, you have to have a thing you're attached to that will tell you that it's a weird reality that you're in. Like a clock. You look into a clock twice and it shows different time all the time. It's kind of like a pinching yourself moment. It's like, oh, you're dreaming now. But to me, that's ugly and stupid. I don't believe in this shit. I don't care about this stuff. It is too distracting and annoying, and you have to actually do a lot of things in real world that would test whether you're dreaming or not while you're in real world. To me, it screams crazy person, but I don't know. You tell me. So the psych did explore lucid dreaming. I don't know. Will never be the same. It's as long as my video, bro. What are you doing? So this is a different. Is this a different video from Tate? All right, let's watch some shorts. Very interesting.
Before you go to sleep, you only live in the present.
It is the same video. It was like, remember your last thought. I'm not gonna do extra work, Tate. I'm not gonna suck a dickie before I sleep. The last thought you remember. Who cares, man? And it probably doesn't work. It probably is a scam. Except he doesn't get paid for it, which is very funny and makes it trustworthy, you know? It is important to learn this skill, obviously, because just training your memory is kind of important, especially when a lot of the dream just kind of fades away. But it doesn't make you lucid dream, so what? I will finish the
I'll tell you all
thing.
a mind trick, and I want you to pay attention over your subconscious mind and over your dreams. You get the ability to affect your dreams with your mind. You become a lucid dreamer like I am. I can't have a nightmare, because if I start to dream of something which is less than perfect...
I mean, yeah, I don't have nightmares too. That's cool.
In my dream, I just click my fingers and change it. I control my dreams. I control...
Unfortunately, I can't really do that when I get into, like, uncomfortable situation. There's no reason to take over control of your dreams, unfortunately. No reason. So it really feels like Tate is overpowering the reality and not actually letting it do the 50-50 split. Okay, like, the reality will do its own thing and you do your thing. Alright, you play nice, Tate. Oh no, you don't want to do that anymore. You're too powerful. Okay.
Oh, my mind, absolutely. I'm gonna tell you all a...
Nah, it's fucking crap.
So I had this.
Try to lucid dream?
Fuck.
So I had this.
What happened to YouTube Shorts, man? Throw it in the garbage if this is what
Try
happened.
lucid dream.
So I had this nonsensical dream in college where I was waiting tables in a restaurant.
Basically what they did is like you can scroll around and focus eventually after like 2 seconds.
I spent a week of my
So I had this.
It's so uncomfortable. Just switch. What is so difficult about switching?
Try to lucid
I have
dream?
to wait?
So I had this.
I have to wait for YouTube Shorts to switch? What about this?
Try to
So
So the arrow keys still work. I will have to use arrow keys now. Congratulations, you fucked it up.
I had
Anyways.
this nonsensical dream in college where I was waiting tables.
Nah, their flex is nothing. When you say lucid dreaming, Mr. Andrew Tate, tell me. Tell me a story, little shit. Oh, too late now. Anyways. He tried. He tried. Congratulations, you tried. Is it the same person, too? Don't lucid dream if this describes... What?
You can get messages from your higher self through the dream in the form of symbology, guidance.
What the who is...
She kind of becomes more in your control and less random. You shift from being almost completely unconscious or subconscious to mostly conscious. And it's kind of like a hybrid state where you are aware of what you're doing. At the same time, the dream is creating itself subconsciously. But by being aware of it, by being lucid, you stop the lucid dream, or I should say you stop the dream, your subconscious mind, from showing you things, messages, things that it was going to show you.
I still wasn't able to control the full dream, alright? I was just summoning a person that I really wanted to be with at the moment. That's it. It's as loose as you can get. Like, truly. Because you're doing what you want, and you still let the rest of the dream kind of play out randomly.
So that is true. However, here is an exception to that. If you become lucid and then tell the dream to surprise you, then you're going to get stuff that you never would have got before. This is going to be unbelievably powerful and prophetic insight. You can get messages.
Yeah, I get that. It's nothing
so
special about this stuff.
1/3 of our life, we're about 9,000 days of sleep. Is it possible that there...
I have to listen to this guy, but he... Phase? Phase? Fucking phases, man. Tell me! Spoil me, little shit! I'm not here to sit for 20 minutes. I'm in a hurry right now. I usually watch videos like that. But, let's try and skip here. I don't know. In case he starts talking about loose... Well, let's... let him make the conclusions. Ish. To see if I can tap into like what happened in the video.
Stephen LaBerge.
But everyone is like going into science, and it's like it's so cringe. You just have to have a like very deep desire, and it will just happen randomly. Ability to lucid dream, and it almost like it's not. I lucid dreamed. I wanted. I was able to have that power, and I was like able to summon someone, and then got addicted into it. So the fact that I summoned Selena first, like, probably like matters quite a bit. You know, just as a symbology. I love that shit. It's crazy. Even though it's out of sequence, because Ari should have been first, but well. The fact that I actually was able to summon something similar to a Selena, because you never really know, you just feel the vibes. But Ari, like, was very, very clear, like, it's a face in the mirror. Alright, but Selena was a little bit distant, but she was still, like, herself. So, that was basically the first time vividly having Selena in my dream. The only time I dreamed about Selena was we were just, like, crossing paths with each other. Nothing really happened, like, she was going into a school and I was going outside of a school, kind of graduating, which is a funny thing, but then she shows up like, oh, it's nice to meet you, it's the first time in the dream, congratulations. So, yeah, if he's gonna keep on talking about scientific or just wish-washy stuff that other people talk about, we don't care.
Said that this isn't for the faint of heart. They said falling asleep consciously was really difficult, and really difficult for a couple reasons. The first reason is it's really hard to kind of be awake enough that you're conscious when you're falling asleep, but also to actually fall asleep. The other reason it's hard is because when you fall asleep consciously, scary things start to happen. You start to see flashes of light.
Ah, yeah. Trying to fall asleep consciously. First of all, how you do that? Why would you even care? Why would you? Well, yeah, it should be scary because you're forcing something. Alright. Fancy,
hear
right?
loud bangs, your body starts to do weird jerks. And especially if you've never had this experience before, it's gonna scare you and you'll probably just wake yourself up. But you know, I was like, I can do this. I'm on to phase 4 of this magical lucid
interesting.
dreaming journey. Why not? And I started with the wake back to bed and the wild method. The first night, I stayed up way too long. I stayed up for 30 minutes, went on my phone. Don't go on your phone, by the way. And I was reading and like playing video game. It was awful.
I went from my computer to bed, as I usually do. Don't tell me not to do that, alright? I will tell you to buy a computer, alright, and have it next to your bed. Wonderful things will happen. Yeah, you'll be able to watch porn and actually enjoy it, I guess. Oh wait, people just use very fancy tablets that can actually load very quickly. Ah, fuck it. Pointless, whatever I just said. Well, it's not pointless because you can actually access a lot of porn files very quickly. Unless you have that on your tablet anyways, and I'm stupid.
15 minutes and I was reading Stephen LaBerge's book.
See, this is why my flex is next level. He's just like, oh, the first time I did this, then I was like reading it. Fuck this is the moment when you don't watch the video. You see someone reading a book. Get that book out of your hands, you little shit. 6 months ago, unacceptable. After 2020, no book reading. No. None of that shit for you, bro. So I'm basically flexing probably the greatest lucid dream. Like, send me videos, tell me your stories. But other than that, I feel like on top of the world myself. Because the top G, no longer top G. I call myself G, by the way. I don't know what G means. People want to call it gangster? Fuck that shit. It actually has a name now. Congratulations, guys. Bye. See you next time.